A crucial issue which has surfaced ahead of the midterm elections in the United States is that of migrants. The Republicans and the Democrats have offered different opinions on the immigration system in America. And in a recent incident, the Republican governor of Texas sent 2 buses carrying migrants and asylum seekers to U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris's residence. And the Republicans say that they will continue to do this until the borders are secured. Our correspondent Susan Teherani from New York bringing you this report. Take a look.
A new group of illegal migrants bussed in from Texas arrived in Washington, D.C. on Thursday morning and were left stranded right in front of the home of U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris. Harris, who's the Biden administration's so-called border czar, raised eyebrows in a recent interview when she insisted that the U.S.-Mexico frontier is, quote, secure, despite the number of illegal migrant arrests setting a pace to surpass a staggering 2 million for the first time ever later this month.
Yo estaba en migración en Texas. Del centro de migración nos llevan a una iglesia, un lugar donde le llaman la iglesia. Ahí te dan información para que puedas contactar a tu familiar si lo tiene, pero en el caso mío, que no tengo ningún familiar, opté por un bus que estaban saliendo gratis para acá y el destino que hubo ese día era Washington. Ya, yo me vine a Washington, ¿va? Buscando la posibilidad de trabajo y salir adelante como todo.
Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott has recently expanded his efforts to push responsibility for border crossers to his Democratic political opponents, saying his state simply can't handle the influx. Texas has bused more than 7,000 migrants to Washington, D.C. and New York City since April. A volunteer working with NGOs that are tasked with caring for migrants said the coalition of organizations had no idea the plan was for the bus drop-off to be at the vice president's residency.
We were waiting for the buses at 6 in the morning at Union Station. And then we were there and the buses weren't arriving. And then we were finally told by, where the buses were going to be dropped off. And there was no other reason other than to turn this political and make sure the governor of Texas wanted the vice president, because this is where the vice president is housed, to see the migrant crisis.
Greg Abbott of Texas is seeking a 3rd term in November's midterm elections and says the buses are needed because Democratic President Joe Biden has failed to secure the border with Mexico. U.S. Border Patrol made a record 1.8 million migrant arrests on the southwest border from October 1st, 2021 to July 31st, 2022, in what they say has become a breeding ground for human traffickers and drug cartels. Meanwhile, in a similar move, 2 planes landed on the Massachusetts island of Martha's Vineyard the day before, long known as a posh summer destination for wealthy vacationers, including former President Barack Obama. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis took credit for the move. He seeks re-election in November and has been mentioned as a possible presidential candidate in 2024.
Our message is, we're not a sanctuary state. We don't have benefits or any of that. There are some sanctuary jurisdictions, and that would be better. Now, what would be the best is for Biden to do his damn job and secure the border.
As the crisis continues to loom on the southern border, these are latest moves by Republican governors to transport illegal migrants to northern liberal states where representatives often boast of being sanctuary enclaves. Here in New York, as buses continue to arrive, New York Mayor Eric Adams recently said that the shelters are at a, quote, breaking point, calling on the Biden administration to provide more funding. Susan Teherani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.